Good evening, everyone, and welcome. Jill and I, and Susan and Bill, would like to thank all of you for joining us in this celebration of the marriage of our children. People say it takes a village to raise a child. I think it takes a village to put a wedding together. Although we don't have a village, we do have some extraordinary family members and friends who have helped in countless ways to make this a special day for Candy and John. We are forever grateful for your kindness, your love, and your support. We'd like to convey our special appreciation to our dear friend Susan Manis, who has been our constant companion, counselor, and handholder through this journey. Thank you also, Monsignor Deutsch, for giving us that beautiful ceremony at Holy Name. It was just what we dreamed for Candy and John. So, what would you like to know about my daughter? For starters, some of my most vivid memories of Candy are when, as a little girl, she would pretend. But she would do more than just pretend. She would assume an alter ego. Her first venture into one of her alternate realities was when she was about 4, and after becoming infatuated with the story of The Wizard of Oz, she announced to Jill and I that her name was Dorothy. She knew every song in the movie, and she lived over the rainbow. Now she had a blue print dress which she never took off at night, ever, never took off, that looked kind of like Dorothy's dress, but not really. She carried around a black stuffed dog that looked a little like Toto, but not very much. And she found an old pair of red shoes that became her ruby slippers, which, as often as not, she wore on the wrong foot. You know what I'm talking about. Whenever in her fantasy world she needed a dance partner, which was all the time, she would invite me into her parallel world. Mostly, I was Ray Bolger to her Judy Garland. I never danced so much in my life, either before or since. Jill and I were happy to play along for a while, but when it wouldn't stop, we became a little concerned. Is our insurance going to cover pediatric counseling for a munchkin obsession? Now, to those of you who are thinking, Fred, this all sounds a little far-fetched, I offer proof. Exhibit A and Exhibit B. The actual ruby slippers. Believe me, we put a lot of miles down the Yellow Brick Road with these shoes. Much to our relief, the Osmania eventually subsided, but the dancing never did. It wasn't long before Candy started taking dance lessons and went on to enjoy some fame at the Progressive Movement Academy, where she accumulated a huge box full of trophies, which I am all too happy to finally get out of my basement. Like, how about Monday, John? Of course, the high point of my dancing days with Candy came in 2005, when, at the Boylan High School father-daughter dance, we won the polka contest. It's in the yearbook, you can look it up. My darling, sweet Candy, those were wonderful days, but I would not trade this day for any one of those. I've shared these stories as a backdrop in order to tell you this. In a short while, you'll have your first dance with John. And in that moment, you'll have a new dance partner. I know I'm going to have to let you go, but I do so joyfully and with a full heart. John is such a warm-hearted, considerate, and loving man. I see how devoted he is to his mother and his family, and I know he'll bring that same devotion to you and your children. Darling, you've always been such a kind, compassionate, and caring daughter, sister, and nurse. And I know you'll bring those same attributes into your role as a wife and a mother. And through it all, honey, always remember, whether it be in Rockford or Milwaukee or Chicago or Detroit, there's no place like home. And so, may I propose a toast? Let's all wish for them a home filled with happiness, health, and prosperity. What do you say? Candy, will you join me on the dance floor? Come here, darling.
Shall we do it? You keep giving me
Wait. Oh, hold it. I almost forgot.
What?
One more thing.
What?
Just wait right there.
Okay.
Don't leave.
I'm not.
Don't leave. This would have been terrible if I forgot this. A special present from your dad on your wedding day. Take a look. I'll hold it like this. No, just take off the top.
Oh my God. Should I put him on?
One more dance with your dad in your ruby slippers.
I love you.
Katie's gonna be right here. There we go, right here.
Oh my God.
Put him on the right foot this time, huh?
I think I figured it out. I'm 4 years old. Let's hope.
Just like Cinderella. No, that's when you were 6, right?
Oh, this is so special.
Let me see those shoes, honey.